thing is absurd. No, what can I do?
I've got it all nailed back down, and I'm going to put a coat of the black chalk paint on the back of it, just because it looks more professionally finished if you have the back painted, I think. And there you have the finished cabinet. Everything completely sourced from the dump. The chair back,
Have you seen that one?
the cabinet with the old shutter door on it, and the spindles that I cut down for legs. My favorite is the back though, with the floral print. It just, I think, finishes the whole cabinet and makes it look amazing. I hope you've enjoyed today's Trash to Treasure makeover, and to see that it is possible to take something that was in the dump and make it beautiful again. The first thing I'm going to do is use a wire brush. I picked this one up at the hardware store. You can also find them in Walmart, Home Depot, probably even the dollar store. And I'm going to take the wire brush along the grain of the wood. This will help make the grain of the wood stand out more when we put our layered colors on. And there's no fancy way of doing this. You want it to look rustic and you want it to look kind of chippy. So I just take the wire brush back and forth. You can go side to side, and you'll see that you'll get little bits of sawdust coming off from the wire brush, and the grains of the wood will be standing out more. Takes a little bit of elbow grease, but it's a good workout for your arms. You can also do this step with a wire brush on a drill, but I just found I didn't have as much control, and I like using the brush better. And you can see how it's starting to bring out the raised edges along that grain. Pellets are really easy to find, especially around here, and there's never any shortage of them, so I always can find lots to make signs or any little project that I want to do. And you can see the grain in this one, it's got a nice little swirl to it, and once we put the paint on it, it's really going to stand out. Okay, now we're ready to paint. I have some latex paint in a tester jar and some acrylic paint. And that's all you need to do this project. My first layer, I always like to use latex paint. You want the latex as the base because then when you do the next step, it will work better. So I'm just putting a liberal coat over the whole palette board. Make sure you get it in all the grooves and all the little nooks and crannies. If you use chalk paint or acrylic paint as the base, I find I didn't have quite as good of an effect in the end, so I always try to use the latex paint. Now it's completely dry, and I have an 80 grit sandpaper on my sander, and I'm going to be really aggressive and sand all those high parts of that wood right down so your board is flush. And then you're going to have two colors. You're going to have your bare wood and you're going to have your latex paint, and that's what you want to do. Now you can maybe not sand it as much, but what we're going to do is we want to stain the wood on the top, so the more that you sand off, the more contrast you're going to have between the two colors. And it already looks fabulous just the way that it is right now, but wait until we do the second step.
Thank you.
And what I love about the palette wood is each piece is so different. They all have different grains.